Bernie Sanders was on the Andrew Schulz podcast and fully admitted in front of everybody that the Democrat Party is corrupt. You could tell while he was saying it that he's very afraid to say it. Take a look.
That is like, they didn't even know if it was her. We didn't even know if Biden was president. We didn't even know if these were her talking points. And we felt that over the last 4 elections, Democrats, we felt that we didn't have a say on who could be president. We talk a lot about the Republicans being autocrats and oligarchs and taking over democracy, but from the Democrat perspective, and I'm a lifelong Democrat, I felt like the Democratic Party completely removed the democratic process from its constituents. And I think they need to have some accountability of that.
No argument here.
I donated for you. I mean, I wanted you to, like, 2016, I was like, this is going to happen. This guy's going to do it. And it felt like they stole it from me. And I'll be honest, it broke my heart when you supported him.
Look, but you have, in the world that I live in, you got a choice. And I mean, a lot of people, including my wife, agree with you. But, you know, you're down to a choice. Is it going to be Hillary Clinton or is it going to be Donald Trump? Not a great choice.
But it ended up being him anyway, so why don't we burn it down?
Well, because it's easy to say burning it down means that children are not going to have, food to eat, that the schools will deteriorate, people will not have health care.
I got it.
And I'm an elected official. I got to represent the people.
That's fair.
And I can't turn my back on.
But then could we not also say, if ostensibly there hasn't been a fair primary for the Democrats since 2008, are they not also a threat to democracy? Yes. We often hear...
Fair enough. That is, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that point.
So what are we doing here? Well, he literally just admitted that Democrats are a threat to democracy, yet he still supports them and caucuses with them. And you can tell, by the way, while he's talking that he's terrified to say it because his handlers are going to punish him. Obviously, he's trying to get AOC elected as president in 2028. Maybe they're not going to let that happen. Here's what I think of Bernie Sanders. I think that Bernie Sanders was a populist in 2016. I think he was an outsider. I think he had a lot of support, and maybe he would have won if the establishment hadn't stepped in. I really do think the primary was probably stolen from him. But after that point, after 2016, I think he realized if you can't beat them, join them. I think Bernie Sanders ceased to be anti-establishment a long time ago. People are still acting like he is. Like, Bernie Sanders is the establishment. He does all the talking points of the left. When people ask him to criticize Democrats, he'll kind of do it, like in that video. But again, he's afraid to do it. And you can tell the reason why is because he's afraid of what the establishment will do to him. Bernie Sanders is the oligarchy, in my opinion. Obviously, there was the whole story with him going around in private jets with AOC while he's telling all of you that you need to stop driving your car because it's emitting too much carbon. That is oligarchic behavior. I'm sorry. And by the way, he didn't say a word when Biden got cooed by Kamala Harris back in August, I think it was. So he's admitting it now, like all Democrats are. They're admitting it was a horrible decision. I don't think Bernie said a word about it when it happened back in August. I think he wanted it to happen. I think 100% he thought that Kamala Harris would be better than Biden. He was totally happy to subvert democracy within his own party in order to do it. And yes, I know he's not technically a Democrat, but he caucuses with Democrats. He's effectively a Democrat, even though he says that he's an independent because he likes the PR that he gets from that. I think he fully supported Kamala Harris. I think his dying wish, because he's not going to be president, and I don't think he's going to run in 2028. I think he knows that people are sick of old presidents. I think that's one reason why his dying wish is AOC to win, because she kind of mirrors some of his policy. And he's going to try to kind of change the Democrat Party from within the establishment with AOC. Maybe he'll be like a chief of staff. Maybe he'll work on the cabinet. Even if he's not in her cabinet, though, if she were to win, which I don't think she would, but you never know. If he were to be there, I think even if he was not in the cabinet, he would have a very influential role in AOC's campaign as well as her presidency. Again, God forbid. I really hope that's not the case. But if it were, I think Bernie Sanders would be there. And I think, again, at the end of the day, they would only do what the establishment wants because their whole campaign would be funded by establishment money. So as far as I'm concerned, AOC, Bernie Sanders, I think they're just as establishment as Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton are. As many of you know, I have a newborn at home, and so I'm getting literally zero sleep right now, but the gym is still a priority, and fortunately, I have Energy Rocks, the partner of this show, and it gets me the energy that I need. Energy Rocks replaces kind of that heavy, sugary pre-workout drink with a light supplement that you can fit in your pocket and eat whenever you need that boost. It's modeled after Pop Rocks. Energy Rocks was created by an athlete for athletes and anyone who needs a caffeine boost to enjoy without the messy mixes and the caffeine crashes. Guys, favorite part, it's only 20 calories. I'm going to cut right now. It's only 20 calories, 4 grams of sugar, and you get all of the energy that you would get from 1 cup of coffee. Right now, they are giving my audience a very generous offer of 20% off all their products. You just got to use the code JoshCarr20 off at checkout. The link and that code are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel as well so other great Patriots like yourself will see it. Tune in every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern to see the live show, and you can check out another video right here.